Well,
Chris or someone in the chat's waiting for us. I don't know, but we have one viewer already. So
that's
where should we start this? Here, let's introduce ourselves, even though everyone we know each other already. But still, I mean, hey guys, my name's Graham. I have the this channel here, the Euro and Travel channel. You can introduce
my name.
yourself. Sorry.
Hello, hello. My name's Eric. What made you come up with that name?
Well, I had another name before. I actually did like a channel like I was like 17 or 16. I had a different name. It was actually Dollars and Cents, but then I changed it to Your Own Travel because I lived in other countries before and traveled around Europe and like I don't know. I just thought it was a. I have another name for it too, by the way. I have another channel, but it only has like 60 subs. I don't promote it much, but it's
Were you in the
Trash Talk and Travel.
Were you
I
in the
kind of like
military?
me. No, I wasn't in the military. What makes you think that? Living in other
Travel.
countries or traveling other places? No,
Yeah,
I wasn't
that
in the
guy.
military. Hmm?
Were your parents in the military? What were you traveling for?
No, my grandpa was in the Navy. Salute, Burnell. Salute. Yeah, my grandpa was in the Navy. Were you in the military?
No, just everybody I know has been in multiple countries. It's almost always military related.
Yeah, no, I'm one of those rare Americans that just
Europe,
travels. Huh?
unless you're born in Europe. My one European friend's been to like 10 European countries and like 15 different states, and it's like, yeah, Europeans in general travel a lot, but Americans don't.
No, I think I've been to more than 10 European countries, but I would have to count them all up. But and I've been to more than 14 states. MAGA Trump, MAGA ma. What the fuck does that mean? Level up the likes though. I probably
Cool.
shouldn't have started off cursing like that, but oh well. Oh yeah, so where should we start? What are your thoughts on gender roles? I guess we'll just start there.
I don't give a damn what you want for yourself. You can call yourself what you want. You shouldn't be able to force others to call another person something unless they want to. Just like
Like what
religion.
if like what if like how do you feel about people that walk up to you, they're like, "Oh, you're misgendering me." Like they like flip their shit. They're like you're like, "Hello, ma'am, how are you doing?" And then they just like flip their shit on you. They're like, "No, I'm not once again, I'm cursing a little bit
Well,
too much, but I'm not a ma'am. I'm a lizard."
I've done this many times. You just, sorry, ma'am, I view myself as a deity. If
This has
if
happened to you
you
many
want
times
to
before?
refer to me as God, I will refer to you as whatever you want. If you accept my thought of what I perceive myself as, then I will accept yours. If you want me to accept it and I choose to, that's fine. And if you want to and you choose to, that's fine. But if you want to do forcing, you need to start viewing me as God if I got to view you as what you want. And they quickly become a lot more self reflective and open minded
That
quickly.
sounds like a man like with an ego like this high calling himself God. I had someone in my
Well,
Discord
you
before that
can
called
use
themselves
chicken and
God.
you can use other things, but the thing that makes people self reflect the quickest is the thing they don't want to do.
This kind of stuff must really happen in New York a lot because that has never happened to me in my entire
If you
life.
were to say any other thing, they might be like, all right, I'll do that. I'll say that. Or say my religion. Okay. And if they agree, well, then you're not really getting them to self reflect on what you're really trying to get them to look at. Not what you're deciding to say, but the fact that someone's forcing a perspective onto another. It's like saying, yeah, I'm Hindu. You must be Hindu too. Or I believe in Norse mythology. So because I do, you have to. No, you can't do that. I don't care if you do. Give a fuck. It ain't affecting me. But no. Did so like I told you with the bathrooms before when we debated. So yeah, okay. You want to go in the bathroom? No. Sorry.
They can't. A woman can't come into your bathroom even if she identifies as a man.
No, because a small percentage of predators will identify as whatever the fuck they need
Okay,
to.
boom, we agree. I don't think we ever debated on this before. Not at least that I maybe my brain is fried, but I
And
don't remember ever talking about this.
maybe a small percentage, but you can't increase the likelihood for more victims by giving somebody something. You can't make all the people, even girls in there, feel uncomfortable if they do by trying to make somebody else comfortable. Your rights end where another person's rights begin. You
Okay,
can't
I'm
impose.
glad we agree on that because a lot of really left wing people say no predators. The predators. This is what they say to
A
me. They
lot of
say predators
bad
will
women,
come in your bathroom anyway. They'll come in your bathroom
a lot of
anyway.
as soon as you say that they can't well, you have to call them what they want. Well, no, you should respect their decision, and I try to call them what they want, but you can't tell me I have to. That's the fucked up part. And a lot of them are like, no, that's homophobe or transphobe. They're like, no, it's not. I just said I don't care what they
The
want. I'm
fact
not
that they
like,
try to make me call of them what they want so badly literally makes me like do the opposite. The first thing someone does that when they say, "Oh, you gotta call me a lizard," I'll be like, "No, ma'am, I will not call you a lizard." Then they lose their shit even more. But
a lot
I
of
don't
people
think
are
it's
against
ever happened
trans.
to me.
They're
Maybe
like
one
that
time
shit.
in high school, maybe one time, maybe once or twice. But in real life, no, it's never happened to me before in real life.
I mean, I think it's disgusting, but I don't think it's immoral or shouldn't be. People cannot control what they desire. People
Oh,
cannot
so
control
you're
what they.
afraid? You are transphobia. You're scared of trans people, yeah?
No, I just not attracted to them. But yeah,
I'm just
that's an argument. Like I think it's but I don't really care. Do what you want.
But
Again,
my
you
main
can.
argument about gender roles is they are, I mean, I don't really, like I said, I'm kind of a little bit more liberal than I like to admit, but like, I don't give a damn what you do with your personal life. You can do whatever you want. I mean, I'm sure every man would like a rich wife that like flies on a private jet and, pays
As
for
long as
everything. But I think
preferences
society
are
works the best way.
from on another, whatever.
I think society works the best way with gender roles. I mean,
I think science does but again, science is a lot more nuanced. You can have
I
triple
mean, our
chrome,
entire humanity and our history of the
have
human race
that
is
black with male to
successful
female.
because of gender roles, and that's literally shown a stronger society if we have gender
But
roles.
like a lot of the arguments is like, well, you can look at science, you can look at all the chromosome difference and all that, but they don't correlate to transness. They're more commonly likely, almost all of those are genetically female, almost all the discrepancies because of how chromosomes work, and
Yeah,
everything starts with
someone
XX and
that was actually like this person wasn't even a Trump hater, but they told me the most
um,
ridiculous shit. They said, "Oh,
I
sometimes
hate them.
trans people actually have something in their brain that makes them trans. Like they can see the chemicals, they can see them producing estrogen." I'm like, "Get the fuck
It's
out of here! They ain't producing estrogen. I mean, men
possible.
produce estrogen, but they don't produce like at a higher rate because they're trans."
There is one scientific thing that's different, but we don't know. I'll get to the nuance of it. There's a part of the brain. I don't know the part of it. I think. I forgot
I
her
don't think
name.
there's any scientific difference. The only
Elizabeth
thing
knows.
that might be difference
Somebody
is how your brain lights up under a thing where you can
but
see your mental illness. Yeah, like how a depressed brain has more areas that are they have that. They have like
there's a
more
part of the
activity in
brain.
those areas where
All right, let me
mental
finish.
illnesses.
There's a part of the brain that females have. It's 3 times the size of what males have.
And trans do
Um,
not have it bigger. They have the same male brain they were born with.
when we've dissected everyone in adult stage, it's halfway in between male and female, so it's about twice the size of normal
No,
male.
that is fake. I need to see some studies. Cite me
Well, no,
some evidence of this. This is one hundred
yeah,
percent
I can send
bullshit.
you from Princeton. I can send you
Huh?
from Princeton University. But the issue is, there's the issue. It doesn't prove they were born that way. Unless you dissect a kid, you don't know if a lifetime of thinking that way caused the brain to change
Just
and
because they have
grow.
a mental illness and their brain is fucked up doesn't mean that they
Well,
have a
we're saying
woman's brain.
cause or effect. That's what science wants to know. Is the fact that this area of the brain, which has a lot to do with female thoughts and hormones, being bigger since birth, if that's the case, cause them to that why they are trans, or them thinking like trans causes the brain to grow over time in that area and just causes a feedback loop that causes it more likely. We don't know because we're not dissecting children. We don't Nobody is open for autopsy young enough who is trans, and people aren't asking for obvious reasons.
It's
But
true,
until
but
we
it's
have,
more complicated than that. I agree with
yeah,
Eliza
we don't know
Colt's
what
um,
the cause is. We
comment.
just know that discrepancy exists, but that's the only scientific difference we've found so far.
There's
With,
boys and girls, and that's it.
I mean, there's
I,
male and female, and hermaphrodite, which is technically always female, but you can have triple
that's exactly
chromosomes.
why I do not consider intersex a gender.
But science and gender are two different things. Unfortunately for you, science gender is a social
We're not
construct.
gonna have this
I
discussion
don't like
again
that
because we literally
argument,
had an entire debate
and you
about
know it.
this.
But you could always just bring it to science if that's the argument. Like whenever somebody gets it's like, all right, we'll use male and female.
Well,
They
if you
can't
know anything about John Money, he pretty much, created the modern definition in
argue gender
1960
argument.
about the word gender. Before the 1950s and John Money came around, gender was equal to sex. When
That's
John
a
Money came around,
debate
he
that no
created
one
this,
cares about. And it's like Charlie Kirk and fucking Ben Shapiro, like, oh, the gender war. It's like, who gives a fuck?
I mean, you
Again,
just said you don't support that kind of shit. Hey, Omar, what's up?
themselves. My biggest issue is when I see
Omar, we're not gonna have this. We're not gonna have this debate,
guys are
man. We
trans
literally, we already talked about this before. And Omar, look up John Money. Ask Chris about John Money. John Money is the modern man who created gender, basically. Before that, in the 1910s and the 1920s, gender meant sex. The definition has quite literally changed in the past 100 years. But you can do your own. You can do your own research on that.
It's a social construct. Yeah, it does change. Scientific terms and legal terms can't, though, so stick with those.
John Money was fucked. Do your research about John Money, everyone. He's the reason for all. He's the main reason for all this, transgender bullshit today.
Society views assault as a physical construct, but in the back in the day,
Assault is not. What do you mean a physical construct? You mean a legal construct?
To assault someone, you think of something physical. But back in the day, it only meant verbal. And since the laws were made back in the day,
I don't know any about that shit, but that sounds correct and also disgusting.
But no, I'm just giving you a construct. Words
Omar,
change.
that is bullshit. You can come on and debate. We can have you on later, not tonight, but a different day, and we can talk about this shit if you want to talk about it.
Certain shit don't change.
But the main thing I wanted to focus on was gender roles. Don't you believe in gender roles? A man should lead the house and a woman should cook me a fucking sandwich.
Oh, you
And
mean
if a woman disagrees with that, she's not the kind of woman I want. Now, many of these fat, blue-haired pigs will say, "Well, no woman's gonna want that."
So
Please, every beautiful woman I talk to, they all say, "Yes, honey, I'll cook you whatever you want, a sandwich, yada yada." It's always the blue-haired pigs. It's always the blue-haired pigs that are like, "Oh, well, gender roles, that isn't fair."
Let me get this straight. We want to groom them. We want to get them young, so they haven't really interacted with much of other society, and men don't really know what the options are. Keep them in your house. Keep them so they don't work. Keep them so they don't really interact with people outside of what social network you allow. Church people do this all the time. And that way, pretty much, well, it grooms them. And it keeps them so they're helpless. They can't get a job, a car. You control their means to exit if they want to.
That is not true either, but I don't know. I don't even understand your point. Women shouldn't have to work. The man should be the main provider. Now, it's funny. These same blue-haired pigs, you'll take them out to dinner, they'll be like, "Well, women's rights, women are equal." Well, when it's time to pay that bill, they don't give a fuck. They're like, "You pay the bill." And then you're like looking at them like, "Bitch, didn't you just say we're equal? You just said we're equal 2 fucking seconds ago, bitch. Why don't you pay your half of the bill then if we're so equal?"
Why are so many girls going to college? Well, guys don't. 86% of them do. About 24% of guys do.
I don't believe that's true. Men versus women's college rates.
I don't have to rely on guys so that enforcing them to be single, and they're not even becoming like lesbian or anything. They're just saying
no one's forcing them to be single. Just because you didn't go to college or you've been dependent on a man all your life doesn't mean you can't get a job.
That's why. Why do guys get used by girls? Why do they use you for dinner and play you for money and take you out?
I don't consider that using. If I offer a beautiful woman to go on a date, the least thing I can do is pay for a $100 meal, a $200 meal. If you think that's using, if $200 changes your financial
if you
situation,
don't expect anything in return, then you're good.
Yeah, I do get something in return. I get a beautiful woman's company. I don't have to sit next to a fat pig. Like, I would never expect a woman to be like, "Oh, if she pays your dinner, if she pays her half of the dinner, you ain't getting shit. She ain't gonna come see you again." Like, that ain't gold digging. That's nothing. And also, I've had situations before, like, let's talk about birth rates. This is a great turn into the birth rate situation.
It was weird and humbling, but whatever. You do know when a girl initiates the conversation and initiates the action, like if she kisses you first, then she's gonna follow through. She's not gonna have second thoughts and double guess it. When you initiate it,
is that why you wait for women to make the first move first? That doesn't sound like gender roles. That doesn't sound like gender roles to you. Men are supposed to make the first move. Men are supposed to approach the woman. It's a little off-putting to me when women approach me first. I'm
Psyche
not saying
work. You
I'm
don't
completely disinterested in them, but
know how to buy them and have them manipulate and play off of the fact of insecurities that machoistic, chauvinistic mentalities have and are easy to exploit. You think that the favors will get reward, and you think it's a transactional scenario rather than actually what is, well,
by the way, most of the meals that you don't gotta take a girl out to a $200 meal. I'm not saying you
oh
gotta go
no.
do that, but
On a
take them
first
to a
date,
nice
if you spend
meal.
a lot of money,
You can
you're
get
an
a
idiot.
nice meal for 2 people for 40 or $50. I mean, it depends on your state and where you're at. Dude, I'm
Honestly,
saying
on a
this as a
first date,
liberal, but women don't want to
just
pay
take a fucking
bills
selfie
and don't want 50-50. They
or
want to be led. Call me
just
sexist, but
spend
respect it.
any real amount of money on a first date. On a second date, spend whatever you want if you actually click. But if you don't fucking even know the person
I'm not
yet,
telling you to go spend $1,000 out there. Of course, take a woman out on your budget. It depends how much you can afford, yada yada. But
I could
that
be a
doesn't matter. It
millionaire.
doesn't matter if you
I'm
spend
not that much money
$200 or 50
on the
bucks.
first
Just
date.
don't let her pay the bill wherever you take her to,
About
especially if it's a
seeing
first date.
personality and seeing, and not to mention, people will give you fake personality. If they know you'll spend a lot of money on them, they'll tell you what you want to hear. They'll be charismatic. They'll do everything to get it again. You are trying to go on a date to meet a
What do you
person.
want?
It's
People will
about a
say, "Oh, women only want men for money, yada yada yada." But what do you want a woman for? You want her for her looks.
is
If
to
she
get to know
loses
each
her looks, you no longer want her. Just
or
like she wants you for her money. So what's the difference? What's the difference of the illusion? Now, I'm not
use you.
saying take out your
I'm
wallet and give a chick $1,000. That's simping
but
hard. Don't do that.
that's besides the point. Why put it to that point? I'm so
I don't
curious
see
what
your
you
point. What are you saying? That women should pay for you on the first date, or like, what is your argument here?
because I never said that. No, I said don't spend tons of money on the first date and actually just try to get to know the person.
Yeah, like I said, don't spend $1,000 or a lot, whatever your budget is. Don't spend a crazy amount on the first date. That
Your
would be
main goal on
insane.
the first date.
Huh?
What's your main goal on the first date?
To get to know someone, of course.
I hope that was your
Depends on
answer.
the woman.
I mean, sometimes I hook up just to get laid, but we're generally both upfront about that. But
Hey, what's up, chat? What's up? No, this leads right into the birth rate thing. A lot of men will say, "Oh, the reason that I can look at these statistics too. That their main argument will be, "Oh, the reason the birth rate is so low is because it costs too much." Well, look at the majority of people having kids. The majority of the people that are having 8, 9,
we
10
touched on the
kids
other one.
are all in poverty,
Free
and
country.
they're
Look at
surviving.
that
They're
three now.
feeding their kids. Some of them are
Look at
really
them.
good families,
Get Chappie Chi to do it for you. Go
huh?
Chappie. Ask Chappie. Go get fucking Chat GPT to fucking help you do the search. Ask
You
them
want me
if
to see who
every
has?
country. Hold on. If every country that has the most significant declining birth rates, which is like us and Japan and China, are some of the biggest ones. I can't remember the other big ones. Do they all have a lot of women choosing abstinence and just they'll have sex, but they're choosing to not
Abstinence.
get in a relationship, not
If a woman is telling you
choose
she's
to
abstinent, that's just
finance
because she ain't
themselves,
attracted
go
to
to
you.
school and realizing they can get better jobs, even though they get paid less in the workforce, that they actually got like degrees so they can get jobs. Women are supporting themselves and realizing they don't need shit.
I hate to tell you this, buddy, but some women like sex more than men. I don't know who needs to tell you this, but
How'd my video go off? Oh,
a lot of
this
women
one,
like sex more than men. And
oh yeah, I
if a
know.
woman is abstinent, I
That's what I
found that
said. That's
extremely,
what I said.
extremely
Not
rare.
abstinent from
I've been
sex.
on probably
Laid.
hundreds
Anytime
of
she
dates. I've
wants to
never
get laid,
heard one woman tell me she's
yeah,
abstinent.
laid. She has every selection from 90% of the fucking people. She looks decent on any fucking
She
dating
does
app.
not
She could
have
fuck.
90. Some men have standards. She does not have 90% of the selection.
Reads his profile, sees what he likes, and yeah, most girls can get what they want, especially if they're looking for
No,
sex.
halfway decent chicks are not that good looking in reality. When you've been out with very
Yeah,
beautiful
true,
women,
true.
you
I
realize
said they
90% of these
actually have
decent
to be
looking
pretty decent
chicks
looking.
aren't even
Not,
good looking.
not they use filters to make themselves appear decent looking. They
Exactly. They
actually
aren't beautiful.
have to
90%
be
of the chicks
attracted
are
to them.
not beautiful looking.
But what guy is
Like
willing to
being a
sleep?
beautiful woman is actually rare. Like being an actually beautiful woman is rare. Just like,
When you have three
millionaires are a rarity.
girl you want to show off to the friends and the girl you're going to still bring home that nobody sees that you'll fuck are not the same level. The girl
Well,
you want
like
to
I
date,
said, some men have
the girl you
standards. They don't
fuck,
do that.
I mean, yeah, I'll never sleep with anyone I think is atrocious, but if I'm going to be with them long term, I have a higher attraction appeal than someone I'm just going to fuck. I still got to be attracted either way, but the degree is significant. Just like the more you like would like to
Well,
introduce them to
that
your
is
parents,
definitely a degenerate way of looking at it.
a little
A
off, but
lot of men only sleep with
but
women that they would marry or be stuck with forever.
anyways, look it up. Our
Especially the
girls
men that
become
can get highly attractive women. And it's not all about money. That's not why birth rates are low. I've
yeah,
had plenty
female
of women throw
independence,
themselves at me when I had
chauvinism.
$10 in my pocket.
Male chauvinism is what it is. It's the number one cause. Women are choosing to become independent because males are becoming more chauvinism. Look up, is chauvinism increasing over the last 40 years? Yes. Are girls becoming more independent? Yes. Is life becoming more expensive? Yes.
What do you
Do
mean
all
by
these
chauvinism?
politics
Explain your
make people frustrated? Yes. What do you have as an alternate position causing it? That is
explain
backed up
your
by
steps on show. Explain your definition of chauvinism. What do you consider chauvinism?
definition if you have to ask.
Prejudice? Prejudice against men? Is that what your thing is?
Prejudiced against men, that would be like extreme feminism, maybe.
Well,
That's
I
not
just
sure.
looked up chauvinism, excessive or prejudiced support for one group or cause in a particular man against woman. Listen, it doesn't matter if
Being
you're
pro
against
man,
men, you
yeah.
hate men, yada yada yada, you're feminist.
Goals.
That's not the
Look up.
reason why. The
In,
reason is
all
because
right, now
most
ask.
men are unattractive. They
That's
won't
such
do
one
whatever
thing.
it takes to feed themselves.
Role hierarchy considered chauvinistic by nature.
Huh?
You literally asked for
No,
traditional.
I literally just told you. I have had no money in my pocket before, and I've
That's
slept
not what I
with
said.
3
You
women
want
in 1 week before.
hierarchy. You want a girl
Decent
home,
women.
clothes, cook your dinner, and probably not work. You'd want you to control
Yes,
them.
of course, women want a masculine man that can take care of them
Most
and pay
women
their
don't want
bills.
that.
Who doesn't?
Again,
But just
statistically, look
because
it
you
up.
have no money in your
Why are
pocket
so many
is not an
women choosing
excuse
to
why you
now?
can't get a woman.
Why can MAGA men put on your dating profile your MAGA and see how many responses you
A
get?
lot of
Why
them.
are MAGA
Did you
very
see the
commonly
beautiful woman that was
tied
on
that
the
they're
show
MAGA?
earlier? Beautiful. She's about
Most
to be a
MAGA,
lawyer. She's a
no,
paralegal. She has her own
I gotta
car. She
agree.
has a nice
Why do
Tesla.
MAGA men
She's
insist on trying to
financially
date
independent. And she doesn't care
date
about
MAGA women?
money. She's more financially successful than me. And she's still attracted to me
Why
because of
don't
MAGA,
MAGA
etc., etc. Huh?
Why don't MAGA men? You're trying to date a liberal too. You just said it. Why you try to change people? It's a control issue.
No
It's
one's
like,
trying to
why
change
don't you
me.
date MAGA women? Why don't you date people with your own ideology? Because you are
I
trying to
am
control
dating someone with my own. I date people with my own ideology. I date
a
conservative
liberal who's trying
women.
to convert her into MAGA.
Huh? I don't have to convert her to MAGA. She's already MAGA. You know how many fangirls I get messaging me? They're like, "Oh my God, you're so handsome." Yada
It's
yada yada.
MAGA. Go
I
after
don't give a
liberals.
damn about that because I'm already interested in a particular person. But I'm just saying,
On that
like
note,
saying that MAGA men don't get laid is
most MAGA girls
hilarious.
most MAGA girls don't want the little helpless lifestyle, which is the issue. So they try to get it on others,
What
and
are
so
you
they try to
talking
get that
about?
lives, and they try to buy them. But look it all up. Find
All
statistics.
this winning.
Thing. When do you want to move to
All
immigration?
this winning. All this winning.
Chauvinism. You're burning your own graves. You got
Chauvinism, having
more chauvinism.
success and doing well for yourself, not doing
No,
well for yourself is not an
women.
excuse of not getting
Women want
women.
to be with you guys
If you're
less.
good at
You have
talking, if you're
women
charismatic, if you
of a
have an
kind,
interesting
and
story,
women don't.
women don't care about your money. Like I said before, there's countless examples of broke, drug addict men sleeping with hundreds of women. Like saying this or that, it's just because it's not
That's why we're gonna
because
get
of
idiocracy.
chauvinism or the feminists. If you're attractive enough, if you're charismatic enough, even if you're a MAGA, you can go up to a feminist or a liberal and she'll love you.
Ugly and stupid to have lots of kids because they just. It's literally like
Like
watch the
even if you
beginning.
have two political differences, if you have enough charisma, you have enough energy, you have an interesting story,
Thing in this world
and you
because
listen, you got to sit back and listen because women don't like when you just yap, yap, yap,
why
yap.
are the
They
birth
like to be
rates
the majority
declining?
talking in the
You haven't given
conversations.
a reason. All you're
Huh?
saying, well, your reasons are wrong, but what are the reasons
No, my
then?
reasons are right. It's because of charisma, personality, story, energy, vibes. It's not because of money.
Vibes?
Yeah,
male chauvinistic. That's
how
the
you present
vibe.
yourself, how
I
you
don't need
walk in a room,
an
that is
idea.
vibes. When you walk in a room, people get energy
And
from you.
literally,
If you're
don't
walking in
need
like you
God.
don't have
Still
self-confidence
have a
or
one-to-one
you're scared that
ratio.
someone might
So
pick on you,
out of
that
the
is the
equation.
vibe. That is your energy. Women are not attracted to men
Multiple
that are
kids.
not confident.
Why? Like kids are a fucking huge expense. Why are you gonna have multiple? That makes no sense.
To procreate and have, your lifeline go around and your genes go around
Yeah,
for the rest of
that's not
humanity.
everybody cares.
What is left when you die other than all your kids?
Biggest concern. Do you think they care about just being a fucking seed spreader? Legacy?
I'm not.
Most
If
people
you
think
care
it's
about being a seed spreader, you can be a sperm donor. That's not what it's about. It's about raising kids that are identical to you,
people don't
that are
care
in your
about.
image, that you want them to be like you. It's not about seed spreading. If it's about seed spreading, you can have
You
2,000
only hope that they want to
kids. Just go
emulate,
sleep with a bunch of women.
have good characteristics in which they might like. Otherwise, you'd require you to groom them if you're going to try to force them to be like you. If you want to know
Groom
that,
them. Why do you throw this word grooming, 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 grooming?
you want them to be like you no matter
What's the
what.
definition of grooming? Tell us.
Like you. Because people are born with their own personalities, and it might mirror more of the mother.
You
And
have
that
to
might not be
raise your kids like you want them to be. You don't let them, cause crime and chaos and figure out their
what
personality.
you
That is
you
ridiculous.
give them moral guidelines. You
What
don't
is the
say, hey,
definition of grooming? Would you like me to tell you the definition of
you
grooming?
don't their subjective
You
opinion.
don't
That
even
what
know what the definition of grooming is.
grooming is trying to decide what someone thinks or what their outcomes will be. It's trying to manipulate perspective.
Manipulating is not in the definition. It's the
Manipulate
practice
just
of
means trying to
preparing or training someone for a particular purpose
you
or
don't have to use the
activity.
word
That's
manipulate.
exactly what you're supposed to do.
Change the
Raise
meaning.
them to be like you.
Well, generally, grooming
Grooming is not the same as,
don't have to make
grooming
one
children for PDF purposes. Did you
grooming
not
someone
know that?
in
These
any
two
lifestyle.
things are
There's
separate.
comedians
They're
on
not
TV that are
intertwined.
represent for money, and they groom people into it, and they don't
You're using
actually
grooming like an Epstein
things
word right
themselves.
now. That the
These get paid
definitions
from others.
are saying that you're saying are closer to,
Grooming means
sexual.
grooming means to try to influence people's thoughts. You're
It's
trying to
not in the definition. Manipulating and all this evil shit you're talking about is not in the definition. I'm sorry to tell you, but it's not there in any
definition.
dictionary.
Read it. Read the definition.
I have it right in front of me. I read it to you the first time. The practice of preparing or training someone for a particular purpose or activity, basically raising your children. It doesn't say manipulating them, forcing them, yada yada yada. It's basically
Preparing
like
them.
if you're getting a train job, and you can
Look up the
consider
fucking
getting
definition
trained
of
at your job being
manipulation.
groomed.
Look up the definition of manipulation. Is to take control of a
8
scenario.
kids,
What
bills
that means,
paid, full bellies, and send
scenario. It is to manipulate
employed.
the
Thank
scenario.
you.
Yeah, it is the
Thank
same
you.
thing.
We need
Yeah,
more
that's
people
like,
like you, Jimmy.
to do those things is literally to try
And
to take
self-employed. Look, 8
and
children, bills
methods
paid,
in which to
full
learn.
bellies, and self-employed.
The only way to give proper education is to give everybody all knowledge and let them come to their own conclusions. To limit knowledge, like you said, through your grooming methodologies, through your definition, is trying to control the outcome through that limited
Once again,
perspective.
that is not in the definition of
Yeah, that's
grooming. Maybe you should open a dictionary and read some of these words that you like to throw around
read
all the
back the
time.
definition again. We'll break it down sentence by sentence.
The practice of preparing, training,
How do you
practice,
prepare? Well,
training.
let's go word by word. How do you prepare? What do you do to prepare someone?
Depends what you're preparing them for. Is every time you go at a new job and they train you, are they grooming you?
Well, they're teaching you what they want.
Godless pothead. Let's make up now,
And
please. Who are
and
you
a
talking to? You
job they
talking
can
to him or who?
control and force it upon you. In normal society, that authoritarian control
Nothing
has no
about
ability to
authoritarianism
force.
or
So
forcefulness
that
or
means open will would
none of
still
that
be a
is in the definition.
you're
I
not
could look through
seeking
like
for
50
will
different
though and
dictionaries
trying to
here and
get
read
an
it to
outcome.
you.
Go to the next part. You're preparing them for what?
Well, there's a particular purpose or activity. So that can literally
Yeah,
be you getting
what
trained. That can be you
purpose?
getting taught how to
You
read.
decided
That can be
not them.
anything. It has nothing to do with
What you
forcefulness. It has nothing
decided,
to any of
not
this
them.
malicious intent you're
That's the key
claiming.
though. Who decided it? The purpose wasn't decided by them. It's somebody else
Okay, so
imposing
you were
their
groomed.
Are you trying to
Congratulations.
tell me that someone
You were
imposing
groomed
on
thousands
a-
of times in your life. How does that make you feel?
Are you saying that imposing your desire on another person isn't
Imposing
manipulation?
is not in the definition. You're using
I
very
don't have to.
malicious
All right,
words here.
you're guiding them towards it.
You're acting like they're being held at
I
gunpoint.
don't
You're
have to
saying
use the
forceful.
words. Know what
You're
word
saying
anonymous
authoritarianism. You're
elementary
saying you're
school.
acting like they have no choice. That
Are
none
you
of that
not capable of
forceful,
using
brutal
synonymous?
words are
Why
in
do I
the
have to literally
definition of
pull
grooming.
or do I have to use the exact context every time? It gets stale and
Well,
boring.
normally a word has a couple
You
things
can't
to
say that it
define
changes
it.
the meaning when the fucking
You
meanings of the
can't
words are the
use the word
same.
grooming interchangeably with sexually grooming. It's not the same thing. Maybe you don't realize that, but
Right,
that kind
but
of
you're
grooming and
preparing
this
them
kind of
for an
grooming are two
outcome.
different things.
Read the second sentence again, boy.
I read it 5 fucking
Yes.
times to
On
you.
determination
For
you
a
decide.
particular
It
purpose or
says in
activity. It
that
does not say
sentence,
by
you're
force.
deciding what you want them to have an outcome.
All of this
You're preparing
arguing, and I can't think about a
outcome.
major missed
Attorney,
opportunity
how
with
do
a
you prepare
godless
someone for
pothead.
your
What are you
outcome?
talking about, Chris?
If you're preparing them for an outcome, that means you decided it, not them. That means you're trying to control what
No,
the outcome
because
will
there's
be.
certain outcomes in
That
life
means
that you can't
you're
avoid. That is a
can
dumb argument.
control the
Boom, you
scenario.
lost another
You
argument. W, chat.
make
W. If you
a
guys have
fucking
any
dictionary in
questions,
front of me.
comments,
I
drop
haven't
some
looked at
super
one
chats.
yet, and I'm talking
But you
circles around
cannot,
the meanings
just
of
because
words.
they're preparing for a particular purpose or activity, does not mean
Topic.
you're leading them in a direction of a purpose, a particular
I'm
purpose or activity. Certain purposes or activities in life happen without you even
deciding what the
trying.
purpose
Like,
is.
you know, you turn 18
Deciding
and
what the
move
purpose
out
is. The other
and
individual
work
or
a
that would not
job and
know.
pay your own bills.
You're preparing them. That means you, another person. It's a separate
I
entity
don't even
from the
understand what we're arguing about. What is your what is why does it matter at the end of the day?
defining
You think
the
it's something
individual has to take
authoritarianism. You
some
think it's something
version
forceful,
to
but this is just a
put
pointless argument.
action to them. It is
Let's
literally
just
using
get
the
back to
purpose
talking
reference.
about why birth rates are down.
By
Once
doing
again, it's not
so,
because
it
of
is
low
showing that somebody
economics.
else is
It's not
taking me
because of yada yada, etc. It's not
action
because you're not rich.
means you
It's
are
not even because
manipulating.
you're not handsome. You know, if you
Uh,
would have said if it's because of your
You're not
looks,
even addressing what I'm saying.
why? We don't agree on the definition. I'm reading the definition from Google, so
Yeah,
let's
the
move on. We
purpose.
don't agree on the definition.
Go
Let's move
back to the
on now.
second
We're done
sentence, which
talking
you
about it.
choose to state. You're trying to prepare them for a purpose. If you are defining the purpose and they are
You
not,
don't define the purpose. The purpose can be anything that hits you in life.
all right, but are they defining it? It's not the. If you have to bring it to them, if you have to bring the purpose to them, it's
I don't
not their
understand what we're
initiative.
even arguing about. You're saying this is
It's an
authoritarianism.
outside
You say they're
influence.
being forced. Let's just move
Okay,
on to the
well, it's an
topic at
it's being
hand.
by an outside
Why are
influence.
birth rates down? It's not because of money. Now, you could have brought up a better point. You could have argued
Force.
it's because of men's poor looks and hygiene. That would have been
Forcing
a better
them.
argument.
Ask
Because you guys don't
ChatGPT.
shower, you gotta brush your teeth, you gotta,
All right, well, ask
dress properly. You
ChatGPT.
dress pretty well. I'll give it that to you.
Do
But
it. Ask
huh?
pick any AI. Ask them. Coercing someone for your own
This is
purpose
not
is that
coercing.
grooming?
This is not what
All
grooming
right, well,
means.
you don't know what different definitions, how to
You
replace
don't
words and
even.
definitions.
Once
Well,
you
don't
can
worry.
write your books
AI
in
does.
paragraph formats,
Ask
then we
AI.
can talk
Ask
about
AI. Don't
Then
make
we
me
can
do it.
talk about
Ask
definition of worm. Once
AI.
you learn how to write
No,
paragraph
no,
by
no. I'm
paragraph
asking AI.
and
I'm writing
separate
it
the
right now.
paragraphs, then we can talk about definitions of words. But can we please stick on the topic? I don't want to sit here and argue about the definition. Where did he go? He disappeared? He ran off? I don't know what happened to him, but he's screaming at the top of his lungs about the definition of grooming. It sounds like his parents did something to him. I don't know what the hell happened to him. Did he rage quit, guys? Chris, did he rage quit? I was trying to calm him down and talk about the subject at hand, but he just wanted to sit here and argue about the definition that I'm reading right in front of me on Webster's dictionary. He rage quit. MAGA wins again. Like, I was reading the definition of grooming. And he said, oh, if you want your kids to be just like you, if you want your kids to grow up and be educated and be smart and successful, you're grooming them. Well, yeah, that is the definition, but you're not, it's not a harmful, malicious, malice thing. Yeah, he rage quit. He rage quit, guys. Can we get a W in chat? W in chat. I defeated him, Chris. I defeated him. Guys, W chat. I defeated him. Incredible. Final boss. What did he just message me? He said it crashed. He said it crashed. He's going to join back, apparently. W, though. We won, guys. We won. He rage quit. He rage quit. He crashed. We won, guys. He says he's coming back, guys, but I guess we're going to have to wait and see. But apparently, if you want your kids to be just like you, you're maliciously grooming them, which makes 0 sense. Hello? So you didn't rage quit?
No, oh no, I went to open up Chappie and ask the question because I knew Chappie was going to agree with me, and you won't do it.
Chappie is an idiot, first off, if you listen to Chat GPT. But
racist
anyway,
if you
let's
want.
get back to the point.
just
The
break
point
Chappie.
is that let's not talk over each other because this is not a yelling match. So I'll talk for 30 seconds or a minute, and then you can talk. So the point I was making is that, if you want your kids to be well educated, if you want your kids to be just like you, if you want your kids to be successful, if you want your son to be good with women, fit, go to the gym, do combat sports, apparently you're maliciously grooming him. That's basically what you're saying. Because you said, oh, if you want your kid to be just like you or grow up to be successful, you're maliciously grooming him. No. And before you say anything, 12 more seconds, 15 more seconds. The second thing is, the reason that, you're arguing, oh, money, women hate men. That's why, people aren't having, kids. A better debate would be men are not, properly doing hygiene. They're not brushing their teeth. Their looks fucking suck. They don't have personality. They don't have charisma. I mean, if you have any of that shit, you can be the ugliest motherfucker. But if you have charisma and you have personality and a story, I promise you, it's not that hard to get a woman attracted to you. Anyway,
there's 2 ways to do charisma, though. You have charisma that's genuine, and you have charisma that's a persona that one puts out to achieve a goal.
You can say everything is fake. Yada yada.
No, charisma you have to put effort towards. But if you are giving your actual personality, you're not lying or presenting any fakeness in which to do it, and you're never going to change over time because it is really you and you're not going to get to know a different you, that's good charisma. A lot of people do charisma through lies and deceit to achieve a goal. There's 2 ways of doing it. And if you're deceptive, yeah, that's not going to have long-term.
I don't think changing yourself or putting on a persona is.
And when it comes to education is giving people all of the knowledge objectively without any opinion behind it and letting them come to their own conclusions to try to guide and sway with a purpose outcome, like the groom definition said, is saying that there is an outside influence pushing what the outcome of the individual getting that preference.
Okay, yes, the parents groom their children to be successful. Are you happy now?
Everybody grooms their kid to some degree. It's just human nature.
They should groom them to be successful, but the way you're using the word groom is in a malicious, authoritarian way. And by the way, your parents are quite literally the authoritarian figure over you. But that's another
trying
debate.
to morals into a child, not a bad thing. I mean, most people inherently have morals. You should know right and wrong through empathy, but some people are closed-minded, and that destroys empathy in one's mind, so they can't relate with others. So it makes it hard for them to really have a sense of right and wrong, and it's more based on what they want and what they would feel is wrong personally. and only view that as what is right or wrong rather than how it
Go
may
through the
affect others
process with a woman dries her up. Sorry.
objective morality. And again, religion loves that too. But when do you want to move to immigration? I want to talk about immigration.
No, let's keep talking about this for a little bit. There's a lot more I can talk about. 10 more minutes, then we'll move into immigration. Go through this process with a woman dries her up. Okay, yeah, a lot of things that dry women up, Chris. I don't know if this is what you mean, but talking over a woman, talking too much,
More girls would
yapping
be
her
doing
brains out, fucking not taking showers, not putting on deodorant, not showing confidence, um, all those fucking things.
Can you look something up? Because this is a statistic I don't know. Have a chatbot. It might be telling me I'm wrong, and it's not going to be there.
Like,
Ask.
okay.
I'm really curious on this. I really am. And I don't know the outcome. It's probably going to say that there is no evidence.
What,
of it,
you
but
want Chat GPT?
I don't know if that or Gemini is going to be better for a research one. They both have their pros and cons. Gemini is more likely to not be a sycophant and tell you what you want to hear, but Chappie does better searches. So, but if you
Okay,
don't
I'm ready.
cross. But anyways, ask them if there is a. I forgot the question. I want to say. I know it's something like, is there a highly
Chappie,
likely?
how do we pick up women? Well, first you have charisma, you have personality.
No,
It
it's
might
about
be a little bit. Another reason the birth rates might be lower is because men need their own place to create children
all
and
right.
whatnot.
Actually,
And
no. Is there a higher? Is there a lower potential of people who are on the right to disclose their politicalness
why does
on
that matter? That is ridiculous.
every
They
dating
don't
app
have
gives you the
statistic
option.
numbers on this. I'm not
Every
asking this
dating app gives
bullshit.
you the option, and almost everyone who's left posts it. And I just been looking up and
Well,
seeing it
who
on
are
Reddit.
mostly the incels and the people that don't have kids or women?
And they
And if
generally
they do have women, they're fat and blue haired and they smell like shit.
and I
This is
can't
not
find
a
a way to
debate.
look up a
We don't need to
statistic.
look at statistics.
I can't find a way to statistic to figure out why MAGA's trying to figure out for dating liberal. There's no way to look for that. I can't try to
We
find a
don't need to
statistic.
look up dating statistics. We don't need to look at why men statistically
Actually,
why
no.
are men having less children. Blah blah blah.
I got
No,
a
the
quick
reason is
question.
because they don't have personality, charisma, and they don't have
This will be
energy, and they
on
don't
you.
have interesting stories. I have all these stories of going to Europe and different countries. Even with these kinds of stories
Ask
alone,
ChatGPT.
no money in my pocket,
And
women will be interested.
just ask
Even
this
if you
one
take the
question.
fact away that I'm 6'5" and I'm good at talking and I'm
I mean,
charismatic and I'm likable.
girls have that one weird shallow aspect where they like tall guys, and I don't know why, but whatever. Anyways, ask ChatGPT.
You don't know why? Well, it's because
Come to people open with their.
women are attractive to bigger men for hunting purposes. That is why. It's not that for a
Jones,
guy that reads
ask
all
Chat.
these articles. I mean, this is just like common sense kind of stuff.
This is gonna prove the point to why your fucking your little
Chat
point of
GPT will prove the point why we
no,
can't procreate. Why us
no, yeah,
Democrats
well,
can't
yes, I'm gonna give
procreate.
you. I'll get to it, but just ask a simple question. Are people who are openly right wing less likely to hook up than people who are openly
Chat
left wing?
GPT doesn't know. And here we go. You're left wing, I'm right wing. Who's hooking up more? Me.
I told you in the beginning, it's probably going to say it doesn't have enough feedback to tell me. I want to know if there is. Ask it.
I don't give a flying fuck about asking a robot about dating advice.
If it goes one way or the other, that'll tell you which side's to blame.
Like, if you're asking a robot,
Girls are.
will I get more women if I'm a MAGA supporter or am I a Democrat? Well, first off, I'll tell you something straight off the facts.
I'm
If
not
women
asking.
find out that you're lying about your political opinions or you're
Hey,
faking some bullshit, they're going to respect you a hell of a lot less.
how did the
Putting
teacher teach you in
Republican or Democrat aside, they're not
How
going to
did
find
you
it attractive if you're bullshitting them about your true opinions. That's
Did you
extremely
get through
unattractive.
Did you make it through
Women
all my?
find it attractive when you stand up for what you believe in.
Hey, that means you can take the information it gives you and cross-reference it. Say, Chappie, give me the
Like I
source.
said, I don't need Chappie to tell me how to go pick up women in a bar. I know how to do it.
Yes, you can do what a toddler was taught at the age of 6 or
Like,
7. We all can. Nobody don't
Lay
know how to
off the
validate
chat
opinion.
GPT and the AI. It's
Nobody knows
bad. Use common
how
sense.
to do
The
it.
internet isn't going to tell you the best way to pick up a chick. I hate to tell you
I
this, but
never
you
said
can
it
watch
would.
a million
I
YouTube
asked
videos, ask chat
their
GPT. If I suck
evidence
Democrat
of
dick, will
which
this woman
one.
like me? That's not going
Do
to
I need
help
to
you
flash
get.
my phone and look this up, screenshot it, and come back? Is there
Why
evidence
does it
showing
matter? It
has
matters
better
more on the person itself. It doesn't matter about
outcomes?
left
We're
versus
gonna prove
right,
it.
faking your
Which side has
political
better outcomes?
opinions, yada
Somebody in the
yada.
chat, someone in the chat, look up which side gets better outcomes. See if there is any evidence showing which side gets better
First
outcomes.
off, who
Because
gets better
that is the
outcomes,
point.
me or you? Second off, the
These
outcomes
outcomes,
don't matter
if
if you're getting
girls are
600
avoiding
pound
you
fucking
because
gorillas in your bedroom.
I'm
If you're
gonna
getting
prove why you're
600
getting
pound
avoided.
gorillas in your bedroom,
MAGA
it does
is
not
avoided
matter
because
who's
they're
sleeping with
chauvinists.
more women.
And
I'm
I'm gonna use
sorry, it does not matter.
statistics to prove it.
Prove it. There's
How
600
are you
pound
gonna prove it?
gorillas. Who the
You
fuck
can't
wants
give
to sleep
me
with
a
them?
reason why it's happening, let alone any way to come about trying to prove your point. You haven't even given me
Yeah,
a
it's
reason.
common sense. Men throughout history, men in World War II were
And
procreating.
bro, history, you
Chat
lock women
GPT,
up,
where the
raise
clit
them
at?
as children, and take away their freedom. They used to pretty
During
much
World War II,
they
men were
had no
procreating a lot more, and that's not
have a
because
job. They couldn't
men
make
in
it
the
through
80s and the 90s were procreating more. It's not because they had
the
more
house.
money.
You couldn't have rights to laws. You had no right to legal system or protection throughout marriage. You literally made them effectively slaves. Yeah, when you don't have equal opportunity, you can
What are
take
you
away
yapping about? What are you talking about slavery? For who?
equal
Women?
opportunity. That's good to know.
Women should make me a sandwich.
Have the
And I
same
bet
rights.
you I'll tell that to 1,000 more women to their face, and they will respect me 100 times more than you
Now, would you
saying,
still say
"Yes,
you want to be
honey,
served?
will you pay half of your
You
dinner
still want
bill?"
to give up rights and freedoms if you weren't a male?
What are you
Can
talking
you
about? Rights and freedoms?
another
They have
person's
all the
perspective?
same rights and freedoms as men. What are you talking about?
I know they do, but you don't want them to.
I never said that. I just said I want her to cook me a
Who
sandwich.
thinks to be with you guys, and you're mad that the birth rate's going down because you guys don't want to give them what they want. Like, just act
I don't
like
know about
equal.
you guys, but
The government gives them what they
plenty of
want,
women
not
are
you.
attracted to me. I don't know about the leftists and the socialists or anything like
You
that,
got.
but I mean,
How many
look at
kids you
all
got?
my videos on my YouTube. There's tons.
How
There's
many
just
kids you
shit you
got?
can just
How
scroll
many kids you
through.
got?
There's tons of
How many times
attractive
have we seen your
women.
girlfriend on stream?
Huh?
How many times have we seen your girlfriend on stream? How many kids you got?
What'd you say? Talk slower.
How many times have we seen your girlfriend on stream, and how many kids do you got? Yeah, my point exactly.
How many times have you seen my? She's not really my girlfriend, but that's one of like all the
Right,
girls that I have on stream like me. And second
I
off,
know.
the
Because
first
she's
question, I'm not going to really answer that.
he trades a benefit because
Huh?
it's an easy benefit and it doesn't cost and it's a mutual
I have
agreement.
15
But
kids, and that's
no, you don't.
15 more than you.
You
Tell
don't have
homeboy to
15
clean
kids.
the cat
What do
hair
you
off his hat. Brother, I don't have a cat, and there's no hat hair.
think?
There's no hair on it.
Unless you're literally paying girls to like just pour a cup of sperm inside of them like Elon Musk does to try to populate the
Oh, so
world.
it's impossible to sleep with 15 girls. That's so difficult. So
No.
difficult. Oh, no.
Cover all your child support.
Huh?
You
If
need
you're
to make a
taking
lot more
care of your
money.
children, you don't got to worry about any of that shit, huh?
Equal property, meaning you wouldn't have child support, meaning you'd be paying. Dude, you know how easy it is to rip through that lie? I know it's a bluff. Not to mention how you talk around kids, you never bring them up, you never thought, you do not have 15 kids.
Why would I bring up any of that shit? And
Yeah,
like
I
I
know
said, it's none of your
you're
business. It's none of
how
your
old are you?
business. First off,
24?
I'm half your age. So if I have kids or not, it's none of your
Okay.
business.
You have
Second off,
one, and
how
you
many
don't have
kids do you have?
none. I chose
Okay,
not to.
then why are you
Yes.
sitting here yapping about, oh, you should raise kids like this, you should raise kids like that,
No,
child
you're the one
support,
saying you should have
yada
100
yada
kids.
yada yada.
You're the one saying that people need to repopulate. And I'm
Now
acknowledging
we're
the
relating to
population
dumbassery.
down. And I acknowledge that you got to give people a reason to want to
I never said
repopulate. Yeah.
repopulate. I don't think our birth rates are that bad. I think, in the last
I know.
couple of years, maybe they're increasing or maybe they're decreasing. But
Honest people don't have
according to the
incentive to
leftists, we're
have kids.
overpopulating the world.
No, we're not. Every single person, if they stood shoulder to shoulder, could fit inside the city of Los Angeles. If you made everybody live at the population
I
density
don't, I
of
don't know.
New
I
York
don't know
State,
about that.
look it up. If you made everybody live in the same density of New York City, the entire world could fit inside of New Jersey. Smaller than Houston. We're not
Eric, no.
overpopulated. It's a resource
Andriana says she
issue.
wants his babies.
If anything, it's a resource issue, but we really have resources. We
Chris, I
just don't
thought that
allocate resources.
MAGA men don't get any women. Eric said that we don't get any women, and none of them want to procreate
I
with
just
us.
said look it up. I want to know if there's any statistics
Why do
showing.
I need Chat GPT to tell me if women want to procreate with me? Does that
I mean,
matter?
we already
Because
got
I know
statistics
my
that
first-hand
prove
experience.
people don't want to have kids because of income. Every survey
Some
ever
people
done,
do, but like I pointed out, historically,
is
poor people
stagnant.
have the most kids.
They say kids are expensive and they would have kids if they could afford them.
Historically, poor people
No,
have the most kids. I googled
That's
this.
not-
I did my research on it. Would you like me to ask a chappie for you?
well, stupid religious people always have the most kids. You groom them, you take away education, you knock them up.
Groom them. Oh no! Don't raise your kids. Don't raise your kids to be successful
Is fun.
and
Trying to make your kid a carbon copy of your own desire is evil.
the whole purpose of having a kid is so you can have someone just like you or better. I know you can't seem to understand this
You're
because you've
already a
probably given
horrible
up
person.
on the idea of having
All of
kids,
them.
but
If somebody's already stupid, their level of education isn't education. We don't need more stupid. We don't need more chauvinist. We don't need more racist.
women want normal fucking people that can stand on business and have normal conversations.
No, they're the people who get emotional and can't have conversations, break down and start screaming and and don't even respond in context and just start ranting about what they want, what they desire, rather than what was just said to them.
I didn't
Kind of
hear
like,
anything you said previously, but I think you're taking shots at
oh,
me. But
my
I don't know
whole
why you're taking
point,
shots at me when there's
cognitive
publicly
dissonance.
multiple women on streams with me saying they want my
You said you
children.
spend money on them, and you
Huh?
actively tell them on stream you will. Of course, you're gonna get some. If I were to do that, go on
Then you would
any
still get none.
dating app. Like, hey,
I'm
who
sorry,
wants
that
to
was a
go?
low ball. That
Who
was a
wants
low
to go
ball
for a
shot.
lot of money and
But
want
no, people like
pics
Destiny,
on
they have
Facebook?
millions of followers. Women don't like them.
Anybody want to go out on a $500 date? I bet you
Huh?
get a lot of responders. I mean,
I'm not
come
taking
on.
women on $500 dates. And
Oh,
besides
yeah,
that,
$100.
before I had any money,
I'll take you out for a
I've literally
meal.
had women, when I told women when I had no money, they're like, yeah, I really like you. I'll pay for your date. I'm not going to take them up on that
And
offer.
30% of them are
I'm not going
female,
to
so
take
there's
them up on that offer, but
6 people on your
when I
friends
had
list
no
who say,
money, women
I
still
got
wanted to go
50
on
bucks
dates with me.
on a girl to go out to eat tonight. Who wants to go? Somebody's going to take you up on that offer. I'll bet you money.
How
I'll bet
much
you
did you
anything.
say? What'd you say? What was the offer?
I said, I bet you if you say on your Facebook feed, if you got at least 60 female friends local, which I guess that might be difficult because you stream, but if you have 50 female friends and you actually or Snapchat or whatever, just send out a live to everybody and be like, yo, I want to take out a girl tonight. I just want to go out to eat. I'll spend $50 on a meal. Anybody want to go with me?
They would
Somebody's
still say no to you. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but the majority of men,
you
even if they
are.
say, "Oh, I'll take
Go
you
on
out to a
dating app,
$50
anyone
meal,"
who thinks
most
that,
men are
anyone.
getting rejected still.
No,
From what I
nobody's
hear,
going to be
huh?
rejected for that. That's a guaranteed. It don't mean you're
That's
going to
not
get
a
anything.
guarantee. You
And
try it then. You try. You do it
no,
tomorrow night. You tell me how many women are saying, "Oh, come on, let's go out."
so you shouldn't expect much to come from it.
Eric,
You
I'm
might
pretty sure Chris will pay for you to go out on a date if you can.
be changing
Can
the subject.
afford a $500 date? Can he have a convo without talking down or trying to ridicule?
They're trying to
Bald boy
reflect.
needs to fix the speech impediment.
You have the straw man and red herring it. That's a deflection, meaning you knew I proved a point and you're wrong.
What
The
point
only
did you
reason
prove? No, it's not. That's actually incorrect. I see
and an
dudes
opposite
posting all the
concept
time.
is
Some dudes
I'm
that have 1,000 followers on Instagram or Snapchat, they say,
So let's
"Hey,
move
any
to
woman want to go out with me tonight?" And no
point.
one
Move to
responds to them.
immigration.
I
You
mean,
cannot
you could
debate
get
the
a
subject.
600-pound pig. Yeah, you could get a 600-pound
Protected
pig
circles.
that lives
You
on
have
welfare with 5
a
children.
you
Yeah, maybe she'll take your $50
you
offer.
haven't even presented a policy or a solution. You
But
literally
if you're
say,
talking a beautiful woman that's, fit, takes
why
care
or
of
how.
herself, doesn't have 6 kids, no.
One thing you
If
say,
you raise your standards up a little bit, the options for that would be
I
zero.
want feminism,
If we're
please.
talking about some decent women, skinny
Told you.
women that are not overweight, that have no kids, if you offer them a $50 that are
You got
not 60 years old,
like
20-year-old women,
and there's a reason
that
for
are
it.
no kids, skinny,
You want it,
beautiful,
but
and you say, "Hey, can I take you out to a $50 meal?" They're not, Eric. They're not going to say yes because beautiful women have a fuck ton of men messaging them. "Hey, honey, can I take you out on a $300 date?" You
got
know how
somebody
many
already
hundreds of
offering
men
better
message
that
them?
night. They're
Any
not going to turn down.
decent-looking woman is
But
not
just
taking up
because you're
these
beautiful,
offers for a $50 meal.
you already proved you don't know much about girls. I used
No,
to date a
you
girl.
proved it. You said every
I
woman is
know.
going to take up your
Let me just
$50
explain
meal
something
on
to you.
Facebook.
This might resonate with
No,
you, but
they're
it's definitely
not.
going to resonate
Any
with you.
decent, beautiful woman in the
Let me
modern
know.
age is getting
Any
hundreds of
time you
messages,
want to let me
hundreds of
know.
offers. I guess you don't know about like modern technology and like,
You just speak it, and I'm going to prove
women
it.
that are old pigs,
You have
50,
no idea
60
what you're
years
talking
old with 2, 3 kids. Yeah, they might take your $50 offer. Yeah,
You're
I'm not
that
disagreeing with you.
not that many girls. You literally are relying on prestige to get there. Now let me finish my conversation.
Prestige, I just told you.
You let me
When I
finish
had
my
no money, I banged
Fuck it.
countless
Girls
girls
who are
one
decent
week.
looking get tons of guys approaching them because they think they have the confidence of getting them. When you're really fucking gorgeous, you're too intimidated to walk up to that bitch. You think she's a model? You think she's gonna laugh at you, like you just said. You got 100 things to do, 100 guys. You already think you don't got a chance. You don't approach.
No, that's
You're
not what I
not
said.
the
I said you have to have
easiest girl to
charisma,
approach. They are the
personality.
most
They can
likely
have
to talk to you.
100,000 followers on
Know this
Instagram.
because you've never tried. Go try it
I
and
have
realize you
tried.
tried
I've
completely
been with
wrong.
more women than you have in your 50 years of
Videos. You've
living.
done this. You literally proved you've never talked to a super hot girl.
You
You don't
literally
got the
proved it
confidence to
because
do
you
it.
said, "Oh, any
No.
woman would
You
go on a date with
got
me.
the
All I
confidence
gotta
to
do is
do it. You
post on my Facebook. Who wants to go on a
don't know what
$50 date? Don't go out with me." No,
once
they ain't going out with you for a cheap ass $50
you said
meal if they're actually
you
decent
don't
looking.
want to talk to you. They're too busy. They're not
Baldy
going to
got
buy
messed up
you.
teeth. Brush that
Already know
crap,
this. That's
boy.
why you
I'm just
engaged.
reading the super
What you
chats.
don't realize is everyone else has that mentality you had, and that is the difference.
No, your
Some of them are
mentality is any fat,
they work
obese,
at the things.
600
No, you
pound,
think
300-pound chick with
you're
5 kids will
When's
go
the
on a
last
date with
model
me
or hot
for
girl you've been with?
$50 for a
When we're
$50
done,
meal.
I will send you so many pictures of me with hot girls. If you share them online, you will be getting in trouble by them. But I can prove that I fucking got tons of hot friends
Well,
and in
prove it.
relationships.
We
And
can move
again,
on to the final topic when you're ready, but this is a pretty interesting topic.
approach
Huh?
super hot girls. You'll realize, and you can come back and tell him.
Once you
Success.
date or
Someone who's
talk to a
just
girl
ready
that's a
for
9 out of 10,
every
you'll
approaches her.
realize that she gets
You're gonna
hundreds
believe
of messages
you won't prove it
daily, and that she does not need a $50
wrong.
meal with some
Give me a
stranger or
compliment.
guy that she went to high school on
You
Facebook.
understand what I said, do you? Did it go over your head? Can you
What went over your
contextualize
head? Does it
that?
go over your head that truly beautiful women don't need a $50
Back with
meal and they get hundreds of
contextualize
offers?
that. I said, I know you never had one, and you think you can buy them, and most of them don't want nothing to
No,
do with
what you think is you
it.
can send them a message on Facebook and that's how you get one. That's not how you get one, brother.
Or
If
have
it's a
something.
really bad girl, you're not gonna get her with a message on Facebook. Hey, I got a $50 meal for you.
Honestly,
Let's go out.
my
No,
last girl,
no. If
a
she's worth
crypto
2 cents, she's not gonna say yeah.
she went to school for
I mean,
type
if she's
theory.
not the best looking, or if you have a nice looking profile, she likes how you look and you're
Time.
charismatic and your messages, maybe, but that's not just because the $50 offer.
Having the confidence to talk to someone matters. You don't know what you're talking about. When do you want to move to immigration?
Okay, we can move to immigration. I think I proved my point enough. So, what are your thoughts on?
Make a point.
Huh?
Never mind. I give up with you. Let's go to immigration.
Bro, Graham has hot European chicks in his videos. Lol. Thank you, Christopher. Thank you.
Yeah,
You just asked them.
he's
You
having
just
time to
asked to.
stream with. Are they
You
standing
just
in a
asked to,
video
but
or
them for a
in
500
the offered
dinner
airtime,
date.
15 minutes of fame, and people love to be online because people are fucking weird. Why do you
15
think
minutes
people
of fame. Half of these girls don't even know I'm making
everything
videos.
musicians and sports people? People obsess over any aspect of being associated with fame. I don't
That's
understand it.
what they love to say. Oh, this girl all she cares about is the views.
Don't
Half of
understand
these
it.
girls aren't even on social media like that. They don't have anything to promote. They don't have anything to talk about. They don't want their Instagrams tagged. They want to stay anonymous. They don't want to be seen. They don't want to be known.
Cognitive dissonance. You have a huge hormonal reaction. Are you going to be able to discuss debate?
I love how like all your excuses of not getting women is money, height,
I just told you I gave money, and I told
fame. You're
you
using your prestige. You're using your prestige. I don't have a prestige, motherfucker. I wish I
confidence
had a
is
million followers.
I don't care if you believe me. Just try it. You have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, let's go to the next thing.
Okay, so what do you think about immigration?
I heard you look at me. All right. Illegal immigrants are a problem. Are definitely a problem. Um, it's not like they tunnel through the desert though, and they're coming through the front door and never left. You need
The
to, they're
front
not
door. What is the front door?
with a system that actually works. A system
Women
that knows
like humor, dude.
this isn't that long. Who came? Why they came? How long they're supposed to be here? What they're doing, and what's going to happen to them if they don't. It's not tyranny, it's governance. And we haven't had it
Are
in
you
decades.
reading from a book or something? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yes.
First off, well, go ahead. Shout out your book if you want. Go shout out your website, whatever you want.
I don't
Huh?
even know what page it is. But I wrote a decent section on immigration, like actual policies to fix shit that the left and right might have a little issue about. We need harsher rules, but at the same time, we need a real path to citizenship. If people want to
Well,
come,
I want to start with the first claim you
don't have
made. You said they're
to
going through the front door. If they were going through the front door, they wouldn't be sneaking past border security on the border. So what the fuck are you talking about the front door?
What percentage of illegal immigrants came in here sneaking in? Which ones were let in by our border patrol right through the front door?
Are you talking about people that were on expired visas versus jumping the border?
You got expired visas. You got people that visit. Do you need to get citizenship or even do anything to go to Canada or Mexico? You just say I'm going for vacation.
Depends on your passport. Depends what kind of passport you have.
Not type of passport and just your reasoning for crossing the border.
No, it
People
literally
cross,
depends on what kind of passport you have. Like certain countries can't enter
86%,
certain countries without a
but
visa.
that's not the point I'm making. 86% of the people cross the border. They don't. 14% sneak through. So where do we got to
Okay,
focus on?
that 14% is too much. It should be 0%.
Because of our 86%
By
of
the
our
way, I'm gonna
illegal
fact check you on
immigrants,
that.
illegal immigrants, most all of our it's definitely in the 80s, between 82 to 86. I think it's
What
actually
percentage of illegal immigrants jump
they
over the
come over
border?
first, um, smuggle themselves over the border. I guess would be the word. A
What
lot of them just
percentage
don't.
of illegal immigrants sneak into the U.S.?
Compared
Let's
to
see.
our through, you have to give the other end of this perspective. AI ain't that smart.
Nearly 40% of undocumented immigrants arrive through illegal means of entry.
No way, it got to be higher. Oh, yeah, make me want to pull up my computer. Cross
No,
check that. Yeah.
40% of them. Here's ChatGPT right here. 40% of them, nearly 40% of undocumented immigrants in a fiscal year arrived illegally.
All right, ask the other end of the spectrum then. See if it gives
It's
you
60%.
that. If it's
60%
giving the
of them.
right answer, that's what it'll say.
60% of them entered legally, and then
Sure, it's not hallucinating. Ask how many of them cross the border and just don't leave when they're supposed to. What
Well, they
percentage?
can come on boats. They can come in through Canada. Are we just talking about the Mexican border, or what are we talking about?
How many people are here because they came through the border legally and didn't leave? Most of our illegal. How many of the
40%
illegal?
of them. 40% of
Ask
them
the
entered the country illegally.
It says 60.
Yeah, 60% of them are on expired visas or came,
Is that what it said, or are you just reading it? Did you ask
No,
the other end of the
nearly
question?
40% of the undocumented
Oh,
immigrants
I guess you're not gonna.
arrived. No,
Did
they
you ask the
arrived legally and then never
I
left.
can do math. I want to. This is how you cross-check AI without going to its source. Your other option is go to the source and read everything and find it. You're not going to do that. Ask the other end of the spectrum. If it gives you fucking checks it again twice and gives you the
Okay,
math
so what
right,
percentage of illegal immigrants
chat
overstayed the visa? Or I'm just
words.
gonna put
So
overstayed. I'm not
ask
gonna
it
use
how to do math correctly. It cannot do the math well. It fucks up math. That's how you check it for hallucinations.
Okay, let's see what it says. It says 40%.
put and go to it.
40% entered through legal means.
Well, that don't add up then. It said 40% illegal, 40% illegal. I told you it's fucked up. One of them's wrong then. That's how you cross-check it. It should have said 60.
It says 40 to 60. It says
All
about
right, so
62% of the new undocumented cases.
I mean, it's getting closer, but I heard. I'm going by what was stated on C-SPAN by Congress and never got rebuked in Congress, and it was in the 80s. But still, it's the majority either way. And I wish it was checked better since Chappie gave conflicting data. But yeah, always
So
check
what
Chappie.
is your, what is your stance? Are you for open border, or what do you think?
Nobody wants open borders. That's just something to
That's a
raise.
lie. Plenty of Democrats. I have a guy I'm debating tomorrow. He wants open borders.
All right, let's look up the name of the bill. Actually, have Chappie do it. What were all the measures of the bill that was going to pass during Biden's presidency, but Trump
That
called
bill did not fix the immigration system. That is
got
bullshit.
16 of them
Bullshit bill.
position and made the bill not go through. Don't even say that bullshit. Get Chappie
No,
to
I
say
know the
it.
Republicans didn't make it go through, but this bill did not say any
More
specific ways
extensive
to fix the
than
immigration system. It's
any
full of
immigration
bullshit.
ever attempted. If you cared about immigration at all, then
They
you
would
would
have
have wanted that
attempted, but
bill.
it doesn't fix shit.
You just wanted
That's
daddy to
why
do
they didn't
bullshit.
vote for it, because they have common sense. They realize it's not
No,
going to fix it.
I'm ask ChatGPT what it would have done, and then ask for an argument how it would have not have done it. Try to get it to defend your fucking argument. It won't be able to.
Either way, it's a pointless argument. The bill didn't pass, and it's
Argument.
not
Defend
because
your
of Trump.
argument.
It's not because
Have
of
the
blah,
AI
blah,
try to
blah.
defend you. I dare you. You can't defend the argument. Let's debate it. If you literally just
You
made up
can't
nonsense,
defend it.
and
How would
you
this
get
bill fix the
and just to
immigration
fucking come up
system?
with a
You don't even
conversational
know
line
how to fix the
argument.
immigration system. You don't have a fucking
You
clue
come up
about how to fix it. If the president doesn't know how, if the Congress doesn't know how, then how the fuck do you think you know better than them?
the bill didn't have everything to fix it, and the bill went overboard.
Exactly. There you go. There's the fucking truth. That's all you gotta say.
No, it would
I don't
have
gotta
fixed
look it up on
many.
Chat
It
GPT,
offers many
etc.,
solutions.
etc.
Not offering any, and neither is Trump, that are really effective. The solutions it offered far supersede anything the right has offered at all. Objective fact. Just because it doesn't make it so people don't have to sit in limbo for 10 years and the system's not still broken because neither side really give a fuck and one side's just pandering to pretend to care while the other side doesn't have to do that, doesn't change anything.
Just send them to Uganda. Just send all the fucking rapists, wife-beating criminals to Uganda.
Change the subject. That's what I thought.
Okay, let's go. I don't even know what the fuck you're saying. The bill doesn't fix it. You already agreed with me, so the argument's already over. We lost that. You lost
Context
after
of
the
that.
first.
Again, I just told you that
You
GPT
seceded after the first
don't
sentence.
fix it. ChatGPT is going to be like, you say, tell me how it don't fix it. It's like, well, actually, it would have fixed this, 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 and this, and he'll tell you you're wrong.
ChatGPT tells me everything I gotta know. I'm
the
not
fucking
against
nonsense.
ChatGPT. I don't know who you're talking to, Jimmy, me or him, but
Lie to you, and it still will probably tell you the truth. Let's go. Let's do it. Because in order to tell you the truth, when you're asking for it to
you
defend your
don't even
point,
know the name of the fucking bill.
to do so, what you can't do right now,
What's
and
the name of the
nothing
bill? Go ahead. You have 2
Call
seconds.
a
1, 2.
congressman. Phone for
Huh?
help. Call a Congress member. Phone for help. Fucking call your
I'm
favorite
still
Republican.
waiting. I could have looked it up already, but you don't know the name of the bill. I'm
How
waiting.
is it not going to do anything? Would you like? I mean, I will. Do I need to Google what the policies are every time I
No,
open?
all you need to tell me is the name of the bill, but you don't know it, I guess. So should I look online since you don't know the name of the bill?
I mean, you can look up the name of the bill real easy. I don't have it memorized. All you do is what infrastructure or what bill did Trump try to destroy and make not pass?
Trump wasn't president, asshole. You're fucking dumb.
Yeah, I know. He called 24 different
They have
senators
freedom of will.
and 16 of them flipped their position though, remember? Because the ones who
Okay,
didn't,
they have freedom of choice.
they went on
He's
the
not
news.
putting a gun to their head.
Those other, what would it be? 8 outed them for it. And then of those 16, 4 of them like, yeah, it happened. One of them even recorded it. So, yeah. It's a thing.
By the way, the bipartisan border security bill. What are you talking about? The U.S. Citizenship Act? I don't see any bill. So if you don't know the name of it, then I guess the argument is over. You might not know too much if you don't even know the name of the bill.
Immigration
You
bill.
might not know too
There's only
much.
one immigration bill in the entire 4 years of Biden's
I
presidency
did ask it.
on
There was a U.S.
legislation.
No, it was not the only immigration bill. You do not know shit. I just named you 2 immigration bills, and you couldn't tell me which one it was.
The one wasn't a bill; it was a budget.
No, there was 2 bills: the U.S. Citizenship Act of 2021 and the Bipartisan Border Security.
Yeah, the Border Security Act. Citizen doesn't do anything with border security.
The Border Security Bill literally reduced the number of asylum claims. So what the fuck are you yapping about? All it increased is work visa pathways.
And that made it so people less violated.
And it provided more funding for, literally ICE to protect the border, to kick the illegal immigrants the fuck out of the country.
Actually increased
Literally, all it did was to introduce 250,000 new visas over 5 years. Literally, all it did was offer 250,000 new work visas. It did not fix the immigration fucking
because
system.
Trump's executive orders can't actually enforce that.
This is ridiculous. How does 250,000 new work visas fix the immigration system? Can you answer that question?
No. Look up all the policies. Just Google what were all the changes. Ask Chappie. He'll give you a list.
It gave me a list. Would you like to hear them?
Is that bill?
Would you like to hear them? I just read them to you. Would you like to hear them again?
Policy across like hundreds and hundreds of pages.
It did not do anything really to fix the immigration system. All it did was offer 250,000 new.
Focused on people smuggling in, and it did very little for that, and it could have done better on that aspect. But it actually did pretty decent on it. It gave tons of funding, you look up the penalties. Once
again, this bill does not fix the immigration system. You don't know anything about this bill. You didn't know what it did. You didn't know what it was called.
Telling you things right now. As you're
Chat GPT, how do I find the Mexican woman's G-spot? Can you answer that?
I've already listed like 7 things it did. You've listed 1 and saying, well, that one thing I don't like.
What did you list? You were talking over me. I didn't hear a single thing you said.
You penalty. I have Chappie
list. You said the
for
penalties, and you said it increased ICE. I already said that before you. I named all 6 of the things.
It also increases the funding to make it so people.
Yes, I said that. It deports more people. But how does it fix the immigration system?
It sets up new protocols to make it so there's actually enforcement when they overstay. New protocols.
Okay, so it deports more illegals. Once again, how does it fix it?
Okay, what did we just go through here? Why are they coming over? How long are they supposed to stay? What are they supposed to be doing here?
You have not named a single thing in this bill that fixes the immigration system.
Traceable IDs, so we can know where they always were, no matter where they were in the country.
I'm still waiting. I'll be waiting. Let me know when you name something that fixes the immigration system.
I mean, Trump hasn't
waiting.
thought that. No. I mean, a lot of people got mad about that because they didn't want people getting traced because you're not allowed to do it to American citizens. And
all you're naming is things that deport more illegal immigrants, which we are currently doing now at faster rates than this bill would have done. So please name how it fixes the immigration system, not how it deports people.
Trump's violated due process. Violated fucking.
Once again, are we going to stick on this topic, or are you just going to run away now that I exposed that it doesn't fix the immigration system?
Policies like that Trump did. I'm telling you the policies that I want, and we're good.
No, I'm talking about what you wanted to talk about, but you're not bringing up a single thing. I read everything off this bill. The only thing it does to improve the immigration system is open up 250,000 new visas, which does not fix the immigration system like your original claim. So that means, first off, you don't know what you're talking about. Second off, you don't know what the bill was called or what the bill did, really.
You said you're against.
All you've named is how it deports more illegal immigrants.
You're against legal immigrants, you mean? Visa's
legal.
No,
I'm against illegal immigrants. Illegal.
Look, ask ChatGPT, is a visa a legal immigrant?
Yes, like I just said, it does not fix for 30 million illegal immigrants in the country. 250,000 work visas do not fix the system. This does not fix the system.
Work, because it wasn't just work visa B, it was work visa C, which is farmers, which we need.
I didn't say what kind of work visa it was. All I said is it increased a
all
quarter
these private
million work visas, which were only divided up to 160,000
you
families.
could actually hire them
So,
legally.
how does it
Prove
fix
that
the
Americans don't
immigration system?
jobs, so we could have the people working them. So they're less likely to illegally immigrant if you're giving them a legal
I'm still
pathway.
listening. How does it fix the
So
immigration system?
against legal
So
immigration,
you're
you mean?
proven wrong. This bill is pretty
The
much
visas.
useless.
You just said
Thank
the
you.
visas
Thank you for
are
proving my
bad. How does
point.
that help? I
The
told you
only
how
thing
it
you've
helps.
mentioned is how it deports more
Single
illegal
thing you
immigrants.
could say about that bill. Either
What'd you
you're
say?
against legal immigrants or you have nothing against the bill. Pick it.
What do I have against the bill? I mean, the quarter million work visas don't do shit. We already
You
we
don't want
already
legal
have
immigrants?
more work visas happening right now.
No,
We already
they're
have
type
more
C.
deportations.
They're
We already
type
have a higher
C.
budget.
You don't know what the
All of
difference
this
between
stuff in
low
this
level work
bill
visas
was in
are
a
and high
big
level.
beautiful bill,
These
but
aren't the
1,000
visas
times
working for
better.
Elon.
So
No. You're not listening. These aren't the visas working for Elon. These are type C visas, the one working on farms.
yes, once again, your claim was that this bill fixed the immigration system. Oh, if Biden would have passed this bill, the immigration system would be fixed.
So
No,
we need those immigrants for our country to survive.
that's
We
not my
can't
argument. First off, we don't need any illegal criminals that came in illegally and broke the law.
Exactly.
Second
We have
off,
countries. These
you
companies
don't
should
want
be
to
getting
talk
punished
about this bill
by the
much more,
people.
huh? Because your initial claim was disproven.
Oh, my initial claim is visas, VC, bringing in the farm workers, which they are, and the thing you said was bad is what our
I
country
never
needs.
said it was bad, but you can speak for me all you like.
You're
But
effectively
that was not
saying
your initial
you don't
claim.
want
Your initial claim was, oh, if
workers
Trump
to
didn't
work there,
stop Biden's
and
bill,
you
the
want them.
immigration system
You
would be
want them to
fixed.
need a legal immigrant work
Oh,
visa. I mean,
oh.
this is how
This
your
bill
party
added
talks.
this
This
bill
is
added
why farmers should only
1,500
get a
new
legal
ICE
immigrant.
agents,
I mean, look at you guys deny
100 new
policy.
judges.
The real
That's a
workers.
good thing, but
And
all
you
those
you're
judges would
like,
do
well, I
is
don't want illegal
deport
immigrants, but
more and
I
more
don't.
people.
So you're gonna have to make do with illegal ones. So we're gonna have loopholes and taxes, but
Oh,
I mean,
here we go. Now we're just yapping into nonsense into an existence.
why?
I'll let him talk and see if we can hear something truthful
I mean,
here.
you're not listening to anything. That's why I'm making my points. And
Because I
when
let
you're
you
not
talk for
responding,
3 minutes and then I don't hear anything
you
about how
don't.
this bill is
Anything I
fixing the
say,
immigration
nothing that
system.
came out of your mouth had anything to do with anything I said. It's literally contracts. They're letting in fucking work visa C, farm workers, not Elon Musk workers. Nobody else wants those jobs. This is
Okay,
proven.
they're already letting those people in. What's your point?
Because ICE bankrupted 6 different red states: Idaho, Texas, fucking Nebraska, Ohio. I forget the rest. And they're all fucking
If you
affirmed.
overstay your visa, you're an illegal. Grow up.
Yes. So we should have methodologies to make it so they can come in, and we
There
get
are
rid of the ones that
methodologies. It's called a
stay
work visa. Would you
wrong.
like me to Google some of the work visas you can get in 30, 45 days to come legally?
Fulfilling jobs that are needed that Americans don't want, and we're literally hiring illegals and fucking up our tax system, fucking up Social Security, fucking up. Actually, no, they most of them do pay actually taxes. I won't lie, but you guys don't believe they do. And
American citizens, a lot of them don't even pay their taxes. So you want me to believe every single illegal pays their taxes? Yeah, the
taxes,
workers, the
immigrants.
businesses that take the taxes out of their paycheck, yeah. You mean
It's
those
like
taxes?
of the
The
whole for
taxes the
the country.
boss takes out of their paycheck before it gives them the paycheck, those taxes they pay? That means their boss is paying the taxes.
Yeah, and that means their boss gave them a fake ID, filed it all, and everything else. And it's not their boss paying it; it's still
That's
them.
criminal.
When you file your W-2 and your W-4, you can
Don't you need
choose.
a social security number to file that? Every time I file my
You file
taxes,
your
you need a social
W-4 at the
security
end of
number
the
to
year,
file that.
and you have the taxes taken out. It's not your boss taking them out. It's
So
the
how do
payroll.
illegal immigrants file
Oh,
taxes on TurboTax
actually,
without a
it's
social
payroll
security
is
number?
forced by the government to take the taxes out at your request. If you don't request them to do it, they don't have to do it. You keep all your taxes. You pay them at the end of the year. That's what happens when you claim one.
That's never happened to me. At any of the jobs I worked, they didn't ask me. They just said,
And you
"Okay,
like
we're
trying to
taking the
figure out
taxes out."
taxes. You don't feel like
Maybe
it.
that's
No,
how it works in New York, but
for YouTube, that's how it's happening now. YouTube's not taking your taxes out. You can tell them to take out a dead percentage, but they're not figuring out your taxes because they are not your legal employer. You're a subcontractor. So they are not
you're
under that legal
self-employed, and also you can run it through an S corp as
but
well.
check, meaning now you got to figure your own damn taxes out. Meaning that's the only difference. Your employer isn't taking them out for you. The company,
Like
which
I
is a payroll
said, I
company,
worked many jobs before. You know, They
Right,
took
so
them
you
out of their
understand
paycheck. They never asked me if I wanted them to take them out.
you have to. You filled out a W-4. You can't have anything done without a W-4. If you're working for another employer, you fill out a W-4 and a W-2 at the end of the year.
I'm talking about W-2 employees.
You're under the table, and you're not paying taxes at all.
I'm talking about W-2
Your
employees.
I-9 sign-on that has to be turned into the government. I wish to
I'm
work
talking
HR.
about W-2 employees.
I-9 isn't getting completed otherwise.
I am talking about W-2 employees.
Well, hence it's not the employer. It's a payroll company that's generally outside of the company for
A
liability
lot of
reasons.
corporations you work for, big
They don't
corporate
do it. The
companies,
payroll
like if you
company,
work in the mall, they don't
payroll
ask you if
companies,
you want if
yes,
you
they do.
want to pay your
It's
taxes. They
they
just take it
ask.
out.
They give you a W-4. You don't understand how that works. When you fill out your W-4 so they can submit your I-9 to the government, which they have to do in order to hire you, along with your social security card and your federal identification or passport, otherwise you need the two forms ID. These are federal requirements by the law. If you don't have them, you can't be employed. And your social security, your tax ID won't go into effect. That's how they tax you. I used to be a fucking financial advisor. I know this shit.
Read what Chris said. Well, you might have been a financial advisor, but how many jobs have you worked? There must have been one job that they said, they just take the taxes out.
You fill out they don't ask you. They give you the W-4. They can't fill it out for you. You fill out the
Yeah, they don't
W-4.
ask you, but your paycheck, they take the taxes out of it. That's the whole point.
It depends how you fill out your W-4. You put 0. You told them no. You don't understand accounting. If you would have claimed all your deductions up front, they take out
Chris
0.
literally owns a law firm. He's telling you you were wrong. As a boss, you
Doesn't
were
know tax
wrong.
law.
I
No,
don't
he
know
doesn't
how
know
it
tax.
works in New York. Maybe it's different.
Your Series
But in
6 and your Series
Massachusetts
3
and Florida,
tax law. I
huh?
literally am certified by the federal government to know this. I mean, it's expired, but no, you didn't pass. Look it up. Dude, anybody has gotten a job. Chris should know this. If he
Like
hasn't been
I
self-employed,
said, there was no option. All it said was sign here. There you go. You're hired.
you filled out the W-4, did you not? That is the option. It says
I'm just
put
gonna ask
0
Chat
on this
GPT.
line. It says put 0 on this line. Then it says you have these dependents. Put 1 or 0 based on what you claim. Add up everything at the end and decide what you want to claim. You put 0 again. If you would have added up your numbers to the max of your allowance, they take out nothing in taxes. You want to know how I do this? I do it every year. I have never had taxes taken out of any paycheck for any company I've worked for in my life. Do you want to know why? They take out about 27% of your check. You get back roughly 1/5 to 1/3 of that back if you can do the math right. If you do your own accounting, you only pay in what you owe. You always get more back. Always. Having others do your math costs you money.
I think it
Learn.
might be a little bit different in some states, but I'm not an expert.
Federal law has nothing to do with state law. State
Read what.
taxes. State taxes
Here we
are
go. I just asked Chat
taxes are
GPT if you
state
work
taxes
for.
are
Can I
automatically
speak
deducted.
something, or are you just gonna talk over me? Because this is actually a great point right
That's
here.
what we're talking about. State taxes, yeah, those are automatically deducted. So are your payroll taxes.
No, Florida does not have state taxes.
Oh yeah, you still have payroll tax.
Would
That
you
is
like me
all.
to word it differently? If you work
You
for a corporation in the mall, do they automatically remove federal taxes? Here, I'll
social
ask it like
security,
this:
all that, that's
federal
your payroll tax.
taxes.
That's all your payroll tax.
Yes,
Your
federal
employer pays
taxes
payroll
are
tax.
automatically withheld for a
All that,
W-2 form.
all
At the end
that
of the
comes
year,
back.
you'll read. Since you're an accountant
Payroll
and an
tax is your
expert,
money.
look, just
You're
read.
not giving that to the government. You're
Look,
putting that
read. If
aside
you work for a corporation in the mall, do they automatically remove federal taxes, or do they give you an option to pay if you want
every
to? Yes, if you
every
are an employee of a corporation in the mall, yes, federal taxes are automatically withheld. By federal law, you must withhold
yes.
federal income tax plus Social
Run the numbers.
Security and Medicare. This is like common fucking knowledge, my guy. You
You
don't get
take
an option to skip it or pay later. You
yeah, I
don't
already
get an
said that.
option to skip it or pay later. At the end of the year, you'll
Payroll
receive
tax.
a W-2 form showing your
You get
wages and the taxes withheld,
you get
which you will
100% of it
use
back.
in your tax filing. then the only choice you'll have is to fill out your W-2 on your first day
to
of
say the
work.
same thing 10 times? Are you fucking brain damaged? If you're gonna
Yeah,
talk for 10
apparently
minutes,
you are.
make
I
no
literally show it
points.
right
You
here.
just said the same thing 10 times. I'm going to refute it. You're trying to make it so I can't. You don't
No,
know what
there's
to
no
say,
way you
so you
can
just repeat
refute it
yourself
because
like a
it's
fucking
federal
monkey.
law.
Stop acting
It
like a
is
monkey.
federal
Stop
tax
acting
law,
like your
my
brain's
guy.
smoother than Teflon. It's
It's
payroll
federal
tax. You get it
tax
all
law.
back. If you live to the age of
Unless you're a
68 and you claim to get your
1099
fucking money
employee or
paid
you're
at the end, you
self-employed and
already
have
got
your own
paid more than you paid
corporation,
back.
your taxes are taken out. I don't
92%
know
of
what to
everybody
tell
gets more
you.
than they paid in
Would you
unless
like
you
me to
die
ask
young.
any other
You get
AI
the money back.
sources?
It's not a, no, it's literally an escrow. It's being set aside for you and you get it back. It's technically not a tax. The tax
It's
part is
technically
on the
withheld
corporation.
automatically. Doesn't matter if
Yeah,
it's
I know,
held in
but
an
in
escrow account or
escrow,
where it's held.
well,
That's
it's
nonsense.
escrow.
There's no option
It's
to
by the government
not
though,
pay and
and
not
you
have
get
your
it back.
federal income tax.
You get it back though. What don't get back? The tax part. The reason
If
it's
you want to
called payroll
join, you can
tax.
join in the
Look at the
Discord.
law.
I'm
Chris
sorry
can
that
do it
you're a
too.
financial
Look
advisor
up
and you
the
don't
law code
realize
for
that your
payroll
federal
tax
taxes are
because it defines
automatically
both
withheld
paths.
and that you
The
receive a
half on
W-2
you is
form
an
at the end of the
escrow.
year.
The
I'm
half on the
sorry.
corporation is the tax. The payroll tax is the part mandated, is the match. That's what the corporation has to pay towards you. You get that money
Once
too.
again,
So
it just sounds
every
like you're
dollar
angry because
you
I
pay
proved
in,
you
you get
wrong.
back. Plus, you get the money the
You're a
corporations pay.
financial advisor with no actual good financial advice. You
Corporations
said you
get
don't have to
taxed.
pay your
Yeah,
federal taxes
I
and you can
don't
have
give
an
a
option
fuck
to
about the
check on the
corporation getting
W-2
taxed.
form and
I get
check,
that
oh,
money
I don't
back.
want the
It's
government.
an escrow
Brother, if there
account.
was an option that said don't give the government money and file your own taxes, everyone would be doing it.
7.5%, dude. Your
I don't know what
taxes
you're
on
talking
average are
about, but can you read
0.2%.
this? Look,
Are
your favorite, Chappie. 2
what
seconds
is it?
ago, Chappie
What
knows
is it?
everything, my chat GPT. Now I
And I
show
just
you
broke
this,
it
you're just
down to you.
speechless. You have no comments about it. You're just talking
You can
nonsense.
turn down paying federal tax. You can't turn down payroll because it's escrow coming back, just like your
I
corporation.
said this from the
That
beginning. There's no option to,
you said all
not pay
tax.
federal tax. Federal tax is automatically
No,
taken
no,
out
no,
of
no, 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 no,
your
no.
check.
Federal tax is federal income tax, and yes, that you can completely nullify. You don't have to pay federal
You
income tax.
cannot nullify it. It's automatically
You pay it
taken
at the
out
end
of
of
your
the year when you
paycheck.
don't. No, you can pay it all at the end of the year instead. Actually,
No,
you
there's
can
no option for that.
3 years if you're
Googled
not
it. I'm gonna Google it again. I'm gonna ask other AIs. I'm 100% sure it's impossible.
to not pay federal income tax till the end of the year. Google it. Fucking go for it. If I'm shocked you don't know this.
I'm shocked that you don't know about working a job and you're, a quote
No,
unquote financial advisor.
well, you don't got a job, so
Yeah, I do, but okay.
use a subcontract. You're
Genuinely,
filling out a fucking subcontractor I-99 or
no, I
90.
have a job as well.
All right, so you filled out the W-4. Did you put 0 on all the lines?
Once
Yeah.
again,
For your
here's from IRS.com.
W-4 for.
IRS.com. Generally, most federal income is withheld from employees to wages.
Generally, because people are stupid. I'm not talking. You didn't say generally what people opt to do. Yeah, most people
No, it's
choose
the
to.
only option. I don't know what to tell you.
I would have said. You didn't ask it. Why don't you ask the question properly? Can you choose to pay your taxes for federal income at the end of the year and not have it withdrawn? Are you afraid of asking the right question?
I asked it the first 2 times.
That's not what you
And you
asked
just
it.
screamed at the top of your
When they
lungs.
gave you the answer, you asked what is generally done. Show me your screen and show me your
I
question.
showed it to you, but you're too busy screaming.
You didn't ask it that question. You did not ask it that. You says generally what people do, not what you're allowed. So you didn't ask what you're allowed if it gave you the outcome of circumstance. Duh. I know what people generally do. You think people want to fucking
Okay, big mouth. Can you wait 2 seconds, or you're just gonna continue to talk into nonsense?
Also, people want a paycheck at the end of the year. They look forward to that money coming back. They don't think about what comes out of their
By
check.
law, employees are required to withhold federal income. Look at this. Look, is this good wording for you? Can you choose to pay your federal taxes at the end of the year working at the mall at a big corporation?
That is
If
not
you're
true.
working at a mall for a big corporation, the answer is no. You cannot simply choose to pay your federal taxes at the end of the year. You are a
That's true.
W-2 worker. By law, employers are required to withhold federal income, Social Security, Medicaid taxes from each paycheck. The one
Yes,
without a
that's the
job, I
that's
think,
only
is
the
you.
payroll
You don't
taxes.
have a job. That's why you don't know
Wait,
this.
was federal income on that list, or was it Medicaid? I
It
said
was federal
I know
income.
I
That
have
was
to
the
be-
first thing I said. Withhold federal income tax, Social Security,
that part's wrong.
Medicare. No, it's not wrong, brother.
All right. Well, you can correct ChatGPT. Go with the next one. Is that even Chat? Why is it white? Oh, all right. Well,
Yes,
ask her the
it's
next question.
ChatGPT.
Because I was already doing it on legal things today. Both Gemini.
Even if I
And
show you ChatGPT,
I'm
you don't
aware
believe
that
it.
you
So I think
cannot.
this argument is over,
I'm
and I'm
aware
gonna
you
lay
can't.
down now. If
Oh
you
my
want to
God!
correct me, you can send articles in the
You're
Discord, and
gonna
it's
make me
cool with
log
me.
into my laptop.
You can look,
Saying no, you
send me
can't do
stuff on Google.
clumping them all
See,
together.
apparently you aren't even sure of it because now you're going to be looking it up. But if you
Because I
had a
already
job,
told
you would
you.
know
I already said
this.
you can't do payroll tax. It's not. I'm not sure of it. It's called. It gave you a fucking thing, and you don't want to have it clarified because.
Bro is a lawyer now too. Yeah, he literally argued with a lawyer about what a felony
A
means.
lawyer
He's
who knows
proven
nothing.
wrong.
You are not an accountant lawyer, and you have no education in accounting. Anything to do with
And you have
all
education, quote unquote, in accounting, and you don't even know the fucking basics.
you know, dude, you don't have a Series 6 or a Series 7, so I already know
Well,
more about the law.
obviously, a Series 6 or Series 7 doesn't mean shit when you think you can choose to pay your federal taxes at the end of the year if you have a W-2 form. That's fucking
You got the
stupid.
basic bar exam, then they got
I don't
certified.
have a Series 6 or a Series 7, and I know this fucking basic tax info. Chat GPT, the G spot is the butthole. You lie.
I mean, you can reach it to the butthole, but not where it is.
Oh my god.
You're probably thinking of the A spot, though. But yeah, so you don't want legal immigrants. You're against visas?
Well, let's go back to this tax thing. Go ahead, pull it up on your computer. Go back, open your Series 6 books, read the
I'm,
first 2 pages.
I'm not even sure if I can log in on fucking ChatGPT in this computer because I never have before. So let me see.
Oh, can't log in, so now you don't want to admit it.
Well,
Well,
I would love to do it on my phone, but every time I do that, it crashes the app in the background. Oh my god, I don't even got Chrome opened up. Open up Bing. Just fucking got this laptop and
just concede, brother. It's okay. We get it that you're a So he's a
I mean, if
lawyer and an accountant
I,
now. What else? Oh, he's also a doctor, a scientist, and an ICE officer. He knows all about illegal immigration.
I mean, you don't know nothing about fucking immigration.
I mean, you know nothing either. You literally didn't know about the bill you were bragging about. You're like, Biden's immigration bill, it fixes everything. Woo, it fixes everything. You
We
didn't even know
determined
the first fucking 3 things of it. You didn't even know what it was called. I had to
you
look it
don't
up for you because you didn't even know what it was called. So
solve
don't
things that we never
bullshit me.
looked at solving, and you just like pretended they don't exist. Like, give me a break.
Pretending what didn't exist.
All the fixes from the bill that you like ignored.
No, I didn't. I read all of them out loud before you even wanted to talk about them. You were still yapping to yourself about
No,
nonsense.
but you read
And they
one thing
don't
out
fix
loud,
it. They quite literally do not fix it.
and I asked you to explain how, and you couldn't.
What do you mean you explained how? How did 250,000 visas fix the immigration system? Eric, why are you sending me strays? Lol, question mark.
I already told you how.
No, you didn't tell me. You said more ICE, more border security, and 250,000
I never
visas.
said
No,
ICE's name at all. Who's talking
250,000
about?
visas doesn't solve the problem of 30 million illegal immigrants. I guess you
Well,
also weren't, you're also, as an accountant, you're a mathematician. So you should realize
why
30
are people
million
saying it?
doesn't
Oh
go
yeah,
into
come and get this job.
250,000.
And are we hiring illegal immigrants to fill these jobs because nobody will work them? Yeah.
I don't know
So
what you're
if
talking about, but you're going off topic
the
here again because you're losing on the
company,
subject. Why are
or
you
when the
shaking
visa
like that? Are you
expires,
okay?
then if the jobs were filled by legal people, then there wouldn't be illegals to fill them. This is basic math.
You're still shaking like a motherfucker. How much meth you smoking?
Yeah, my leg's twitching and I'm balancing my phone on it. Sorry. I didn't even give it thought.
Didn't give it thought. Just freaking the fuck out.
Well, yeah, my leg was twitching, but yeah,
It's
I didn't.
Hunter.
Parental income. I misvoiced the text. It's so slow typing.
That's either coffee or meth, and I pray to God for your sake that's coffee.
What?
I said that's either all those coffees you drank or that's meth or crack. For your
What?
sake, I hope it's coffee.
What are you even talking about?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just my legs shaking.
Never just fucking made your leg. Yeah, you know.
Well, I'm still waiting for you to tell me how my W-4s are. How I can
Yeah, I
pay
know
my
that
W-4s at the end of the year because I do remember signing the form. I can actually probably pull you up some of the W-2s I've signed before and show you because none of them said anything about, oh, would you like to pay your own taxes at the end of the year?
I mean, you're paying payroll. You don't word it like that. Wow. They ask you your dependents, and do you want to claim them now and get all your deductions? You still owe taxes. Anything you owe, you're gonna fucking owe. The money you are getting back, you don't have to pay that. People don't do the math. You just won't get nothing back. And if you do your math wrong on what you pay
Anyway,
them,
do we have any final questions or super chats? I think I'm gonna hop off in 3 minutes.
What?
I said, any final questions in chat or super chats? Anything you guys want to say? When you find that article about how you don't have to pay your taxes if you work for a company, then just let me know. Glassbox Hero, I would gladly do it for a $20 super chat. Closing thoughts? Someone said they have a migraine from Eric. You need a CFA on here, I think. Jason, are you a CFA? If anyone wants to join the Discord to come on stream,
Maximize your correct benefits right there. Yeah,
I can't see it. It's
stop.
backwards. You didn't show it. Show us. Show us. Or send me the article. Send me the article on Discord. I'll show it. Because you're not showing it.
It doesn't show on the screen?
No, it just looks backwards and upside down.
Oh, it's the light and it darkens out, I see. If I go out of the screen, it'll fucking crash my app. Like, otherwise I just would have pulled it up on
Oh, so
chat.
you can't show it to me because it's false. All right. Any closing thoughts or statements, guys? Drop some super chats. Did he just say crack benefits? Question mark. No, he didn't.
Screenshot after, but it says exactly what I said. You can't get rid of payroll
I don't know.
tax.
What website did you find that on? Because I scrolled all through.
I just said
Graham,
Gemini.
damn it, Graham, this dude has pissed me off more than any fucking thing just because of the lack of fucking understanding of reality. Grand Haven cursing with the fucking stars in the world.
Independence, it says right there, you get all your money. You don't have to pay any of it in. The only thing you got to pay in is the payroll and what's already pre-accrued and owed. You won't get nothing back.
No, you have to pay your federal taxes. It's automatically removed out.
But that's how tax is. It's effectively the same exact thing you do when you when you work for yourself. Your taxes are done that way automatically by default.
Yep, your employer takes the federal taxes out, your Social Security, your Medicare, everything.
When you're self-employed, is all you're fucking doing.
All right, guys. Any final questions, comments? 60 seconds, guys. Any last super chats, comments, anything you guys want to talk about? I think Witty is already there. I think Witty is already in the Discord. Jimmy Burris, join the Discord, brother. You seem like a cool guy. Everyone, join the Discord. Link in my bio. New topic, space and future travel. Maybe next time. I'm done, guys. I'll give you literally 60 more seconds.
All right, look this up. Do you even have to fill out a W-4, or can you just do it as a self-employer even when working for another employer? Nope.
Self-employed while working for a corporation? No, they don't give you the option. They won't
Manage your
let you be
own
hired.
taxes and always file as self-employed, and then you don't pay anything during the year.
First
And
off,
even
that's
your
not even the argument you had. You said if you're
payroll
employed by
tax don't
someone
come out
else,
weekly.
that would be a
Even that is just owed
1099.
as one
Buddy's trying to
lump
find tax
fee at
loopholes
the
now
end of
because
the
he
year,
found out
just
that
like
you
I
can't be a
fucking
W-2
said.
employer.
Wow,
All right,
bitch!
guys, I
I
appreciate
didn't know
you
you could do that with
guys.
federal income
I
tax, but
think
yeah,
you
you can
guys
even
are
do it with
tired of that
payroll.
view on the right. He looks quite
Idiot.
angry, but he was
You
proven
just file
wrong,
it
and he's
under
pretty upset about it. So smash the like button.
1099,
And
just like I told you.
remember, guys, you just have to have
Yeah.
energy, charisma,
Oh.
and good story, and all women will love you. You don't have to be an incel. Goodbye.
You can file at the end of the year. You just change your tax
Peace
filing.
out,
File
guys.
as- You did
Have
not
a good
win
night,
one
my guy. I'm gonna jump off here now.
Scipion.
Join
were
the
wrong.
Discord, though. Join the Discord.
You were wrong. You can
No, you were
fully
wrong. You didn't show any evidence or proof. You said, "Oh, you can file a 1099 instead of a W-2." I know more than you. No, that's
No, you
not
can
the
do it for
argument you even
1040, and
said.
you can take
And
out
second
federal income
off,
tax. You
no
just can't
job
do
is gonna
payroll.
allow that.
That, but you weren't
Bye,
listening. You
guys.
thought
Appreciate it, everyone. We can
talking.
continue this in the Discord. Just drop some links and some evidence,
Yeah,
but you were proven
you
wrong.
can't take out payroll if you work for
Peace
someone else.
out. Let's get it.
This is W4.